perfectly the opposite side of.
That's the best
Oh, just smoking up to the Medusa right away. Careful, one coil could kill him. There's still T1 tower for some quick responses, but okay, just retreating back to his triangle, staying safe.
Yeah, very aware of just the sense of where Vici are. That's perfectly played, and yeah, Poyo is going to take these stacks, going for that Battle Fury first. We've seen it time and time again with him on this jug, certainly throughout the season and throughout this event. You know, we've seen Poyo and his strengths with this Juggernaut.
So the thing is, people might.
They got a 2-8 Dreamcore coming in as well as the silence on a full track as well as the Ogre Madman. They've got the Shackle coming out from PYW. They get a kill on the Shiny Well, but they end up losing all 11. This is not looking too great for Vici, though. They'll lose a second. PYW ends up going down to play hard. Ori doesn't jump back on that illusory orb. However, that is not the fight Vici we're looking for.
Getting with one support, trading it for. As for Vici, unfortunately. Medusa. On par with the Medusa.
Really hoping that he can find this at a decent mark, and so far I think it's a good timing where he's estimated to pick up the finishing touches to this Battle Fury.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, the problem
Radiant
is just
structures are fortified.
will he get the space? Because right now, Vici Gaming, they're lacking quite a bit of damage, I'd say. Like, Flashrock has a hood, Pangolier is a pretty tanky hero once he's in his role. Ogre is tanky, so is Void Spirit. It's gonna be very tough for the heroes of Vici to really kill anybody in the team fight until they get some damage items up on the Puck, on the Bristol, as well as the Juggernaut.
Well, we'll see what Ori can do with this. Ooh, Rolling Thunder coming in, and that's going to hit on UI, looking like he's dead to rights and will fall to play hard. Pango is just a thorn in the side of Vici, and it's only 13 minutes in, and you can see just the disruptions it's caused. It's such a struggle to play up against this Pango, especially once he gets that Blink Dagger, and he's not too far off of it. Let's see how this goes. So we take a look, and Medusa's still just trying to farm up as much as possible. Has that Sanjini Asha going into the Scotty. We've seen nothing really
Dire's
stopping this
top
Medusa at the
tower is
moment.
under
1-0-1.
is under
One. It won't. Take this Roshan. There's a potential for just. Dusa is free farming. Yeah, keep the other core here is quite low on network. Juggernaut himself, as we've seen.
18 minutes into the game, he hit that 10k mark on the Medusa. They'll just try and open up space here. They have chopping him like the onions that I had for breakfast. I think it's the lowest possible. 8 guys every time.
You know, I was rolling for my mid lane, right? The guy rolled a 5, and I actually managed to roll a 1. How is it possible? Yes.
Did you do
well, you know what they say.
roll just one? This isn't exactly the fastest Roche. Old 11 starting to step forward, but that's the spot he wants to be in. They're already starting to chase the Grizzlies. gaze, turn around on a PYW, get the kill there onto the Shadow Shot. They return the crystal back. The Stone that's a big problem here for all of them. The only gonna come in against the Dream Cook. That was the Ogre Magi. They both fall behind. They've got themselves the option to get the Cook to play hard as well as Genuel. Now they're gonna turn this around. They've only got 3 heroes available on the side of Neon, and then popping from the Homage. Now goes the Void Spirit. It's a triple kill here for Boy Yo-Yo. And 11 is still not dead. I mean, this guy's showing in their back, showing their front. It's dying.
Super well played here by Vici. Showing exactly why Puck and Shadow Shaman are such impactful heroes. The ward trap on the Medusa was very well placed as well. Just outplaying Neon here a little bit. Now getting the Roshan. They were down 4k gold, now they're up 2k. Well played by them. And they're not on the timer. And it's really on to try to bring it back into their favor. Sooner rather than later.
Commits so much onto the Bristleback, and Nyasha Scotty still doesn't.
Like, they don't have great lockdown for this Puck, for this Juggernaut. You know? Like, they have a hard time cutting into the backlines, killing these heroes. Like, Puck and Juggernaut are pretty much invincible in this game if they play their cards right, and it seems like they showed that perfectly. They're having a hard time taking down anyone. Patient.
Off that Ags, like that's scary.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
like
under
if
attack.
Medusa gets Dark Portrait hit, let's just create some English words here. There's gonna be a lot of damage potential. If you're coiled and the Dark Portrait Medusa hits you, you are gone. There's way too much damage. Big smoke up here, creates the triangle. Neon though, farmed it already, so they will not be caught here.
Would it be Dark Portraited, or would it be drawn into the Dark Portrait? I have no idea.
Radiant's top tower is under
How
attack.
does it even happen? Like, he draws a Dark Portrait of that hero, right? So, I think
Radiant structures
getting Dark
are
Portrait
fortified.
sounds more
Radiant's
suitable,
top
maybe?
tower is
More
under attack.
correct-ish? Possibly.
Radiant's
Who knows?
turret
I'm not
has been
American.
killed.
I don't speak English.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I feel like there should be a channeled spell. Because when I walk around the city and I see all these guys making drawings, like, it doesn't just happen, but all he does is press a button and all of a sudden, our portrait's been done.
He is the next, who is this really famous drawer? Van Gogh?
I don't know if he drew. I don't want to anger artists.
I don't want to anger anyone either, but there's a really famous guy who did the Mona Lisa. Grimstroke is definitely that tier of art.
Top tier, S tier.
Top
Where
tier,
should
S
be put
tier.
in museums?
Double S. Possibly even triple S.
The game kind of quieting down a little bit. It's only 10 to 10.
Dire's
Like, the game
structures
felt
are
very
fortified.
tense. We're 27
Dire's
minutes in
bottom
and it's
tower is
only
under
10-10.
attack.
There's been some fights 5-on-5 that only end with 1 or 2 casualties.
Yeah, a lot of split pushing coming in here because whoever gets the better initiation can just take this very
Dire's
easily. And
bottom
both
tower
teams are
has
aware of
fallen.
that, so they don't want to give away anything for free here. Both have of the best hard carries in the game. Dusa, Juggernaut, whoever takes the late game, they have a shot of winning. So no team is really on the clock here.
Went after death and trying to catch up with him.
Radiant's
Aether Ram in,
top tower
avoiding
is
it.
under attack.
Still continuing to slow down this little track. The question is how far they want to come in. They know that Neon's got to be waiting for them. The Lotus Sword
Out of damage for Bristol.
Turnaround. I have to come on the Bristol back. They've got themselves the Royal Cutter coming in. But now Serpent Ward's placing a good
Healing
spot.
Ward.
Lock up this Medusa. And they've got Ward that's healing up Old 11 and letting them turn this around. Omnislayer coming in. It's going to be enough damage. And now Silver the Pharaoh. They're going to go here out of the Penguin. Look over Avalanche track. They're dropping the tree and it's locked on to death. And he will find his death because he is dead and gone. And
I'm talking about
that shackle, yeah, exactly what we were talking about, Black. They are going to lock down Yoklash, but can they lock him down long enough to get the kill? After a step away, Aether is placed down. Looking, searching into the trees. They've got him. And perfect from Vici, not losing anybody.
Neon keeps getting baited and focusing Bristol back. Perfect healing. 5% health. And Medusa lives, sure.
Radiant's
Before,
bottom
Medusa
tower
can't win
is
this
under
game alone.
attack.
Yeah, they've itemized really well for this Medusa. They've played around this Medusa pretty well on Vici. And look at the damage come out still onto this Bristle. But Dark Portrait was placed on the Medusa. They had the Serpent Words for control. Like, I think
Not a
she
Dark
did everything
Portrait.
right.
I don't think, actually, I haven't seen the new Medusa Dark Portrait yet. I don't think you get the split shot unless he activated it. So, like, he can kind of play around with it, you know? Don't activate split shot until you get Dark Portraited, and then there should be no split shot, which will mitigate the damage by a ton.
Yeah, that's the real cherry on top for the Dark Portrait is when you split shot it.
And you absolutely need, otherwise it's just 100% damage with that split shot. Total of 400% damage, so. Not very good at math, but that number is definitely bigger.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, he missed the
That's a little bit of a surprise as they start to maybe get hold 11. However, they're going to lose Januel as Roland Cutter comes through. I think he's still alive for the moment, but the Aether and landing. Roland Cutter coming through on the PY. They're going to get Fury right on top of death. They will kill Full Track. Damage on the old 11, but every time I talk about him, it feels like he's not dying. As I say that, I jinx. Coil on the 3, and now Vici gets back and forth. It's in and out. They're trying to find an answer here. Omni Flash ends up getting used. Toyota from the juice and gets a kill onto the deal. Will take out Play Hard. Triple kill for Koyoyo. Can they make it one more? Astro step away from Yopaj. He gets out of the fight for now and will escape with his life. Matt, Vici, it looks like they're out of it. It looks like they're back in it. Then they're out of it again. Then they're back in it. I mean, these fights are back and forth. It feels like Neon had a hold on it, but Dream Coil comes in from Ori, who died earlier in that fight, and turns it around again.
Radiant
buyback
structures
from Ori
are
really
fortified.
was super important for Vici. They get the big prize, the Medusa,
Radiant's
but they have
top
to be
tower
really
is
careful.
under
The Ori,
attack.
if he dies once more, that's a really big window for Neon. He's itemizing into an Aeon Disc now. Once that Aeon Disc is up on the puck, he should not be able to die. At least not
Radiant's
easily.
middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, even without that Yule's landing on him, he was still able to get killed off pretty quickly. And, you know, at the beginning of that fight, I thought Neon did a really good job. But it was Vici, I would say, doing a better job. I don't think Neon did a bad job, but Vici did a better job to turn that fight around.
Definitely. I mean, that buyback was definitely not expected by Neon because they were diving quite deep. That Aghanim's coil
Radiant's
on 3,
top tower
keeping
is
it
under
in
attack.
place for 8 seconds is just far too long. Juggernaut obviously came off
Radiant's top
cooldown as
tower
well.
has fallen.
It's absolutely massacring the Medusa, which we said, you know,
Radiant's courier
Medusa is very
has been
tanky,
killed.
but you are not tanky enough to tank an Omni Slash all by yourself. There's just no way.
Especially now he's got that Axe, he's using the Swift Slash, which you saw multiple times throughout that fight. It's just really, you could see how strong not only the Axe is for Jug, but the Shard too.
Yeah, it's one of the best combos, I think. You always want to get both on Juggernaut. You get the 100 additional movement speed on the spin, and you also apply the Skadi slow on everybody. Potentially even a bash. Once you get that basher, a big smoke up here. Ori ready with his Aeon Disc. Take the fight to them.
Having that sense of confidence now on Ori, and that's confidence without a buyback, which is rare. Usually it takes an Aegis to feel that confident, but you can see that Ori's going to position himself, look to make something happen because each can feel it. They're stepping on the throat. They're looking to finish off this game, and whether that comes before or after this Roche is really
Nice fast, and he's reacting. They're still kind of just chilling. Probably want to go in. Roche's already dead. They're not going in.
Oh, Aegis picked up by
Has
Poyoyo.
been killed.
Ilflash was trying to make a play here. They've got the Hex in now. They get the
Long arm.
punch the Void Spirit. They've got the Shadow. They should be able to get the two here on Eopod, and they'll finish him off now. Comes out of the both those Shark as well. The Ogre Magi. Total up is going to be on the higher ground once again. They've got the Stone Gate. They have the dash to kill on with a hold of 11. It's not looking likely, but as I say, that's Slash in the air twice by Flamehard. Switch off hold of 11. They fall back on Slash. Here comes the Omni Slash. Coming all the way through. They got that going to Daniel. Savannah was TY as well. Hold of 11 to 2. Those Animals out of Vici, and now down goes the field. Blade Fury right on top of Death, and Death, I said it before, I'll say it again, he has found his Death. Triple kill, that's like the 5th time he's got a triple kill.
And again, same scenario. Bristleback is standing there. They keep hitting him for like 10 seconds. He just doesn't care. Ultimately, he dies, sure, but they take the team fight very convincingly here again on VG Gaming. This Juggernaut is just getting stronger and stronger, and Medusa keeps dying. You see this fantastic initiation by PYW on the Void Spirit, and then look at the Bristleback. He's just sitting there, tanking.
He soaks up so much damage. Look at the focus on him. You've got 4 heroes focusing him while the rest of the team can figure out where they want to go.
Tower is under attack.
Look at that Omni Slash, really just cutting through Medusa like butter. Like so easy for him to just kill her.
It really just seems so easy for Poyoyo now, and I don't know if there's any more answers from Neon, as Poyoyo is just
Middle tower is under
too far out of
middle
control.
tower has
Yeah,
fallen.
where's the damage gonna come from? They still have no spell, no item against Spin. They just can't take him down. Poyoyo an absolute monster here. Level 26 already, sitting at 3.5k health. And healing what is gonna heal him for like 200 health effect.
X coming through onto the track. Death in trouble. Starting to retreat on Vici. Not sure how much they want to commit on the side of Neon, though.
Mana on Puck, low mana on Shaman. So the retreat is very well warranted. Just, you know, you don't want to go into a team fight even though you have Aegis and cheap no resources. There's no point to. You're not in any sort of rush. Your Juggernaut is an absolute beast. He's gonna finish his Abyssal Blade soon.
But I
It's
so much
out for
more.
Neon.
Invisibility!
Yeah, I think we've talked about this in the past, especially during the season, was like, if you're in a
so
spot
much
where you can get
more.
eliminated, you're going to play a little bit extra safe. And I know this isn't an elimination game, but it's an elimination series, and you don't want to overstep where maybe, especially against the Medusa, give second chances.
Because if you lose that first game, then you suddenly are in the elimination, and nobody wants that pressure on them.
Not at all.
Although some people thrive under pressure, you know? It's just not a very comfortable scenario to be in. knowing that any single mistake could just eliminate you in half a level. Then he will have Dream Coil. He's itemizing into a data list, so he's going full right click here on Puck now.
Silence.
And another source of damage. Like this Medusa, you will see. Won't feel very tanky at all.
It's not just the Jug that's doing a lot of damage. It is Ori, who's had quite a game, and that's coming off a backstep of giving up first blood.
Ori is... This has been the... situation.
Ogre caught. Shackle through slash coming through. There's the kill, and now the world cover is open. They're going to go forward on the Defensively coming out of the death. They've got the soul back. It's going to lock him up. Over on the play hard. Speed's not going to be spinning anywhere. They've got the circle drop down. It's over the Dream Coil coming down on 3 to 0. They're trying to get the kills on the side. Oh, Neon. They've already taken out few items.
No man,
Taking all the weapons. He's just moving forward. They've got the kill to death. They'll take out your ones. They'll look over and play hard. They fall back on the death. But death, I'm not sure he's got enough here to really turn this around for Neon. They're going to chase past the tier 4s. They'll get the kill to play hard. That's going to be 3 dead. They do have buyback available on this tank of Weir, but it is not looking likely that Neon are going to get out of this one.
Healing 130, no buyback.
On the Medusa, it's double low storm. He's going to be enough to save. It's not looking likely. He's already out of mana. He's already out of life, and he's not got much more to go. GG is all.